I bought a bunch of cards from Japan again. I spent around 135,000 yen, that's around $1,000, on a bunch of cards from Japan, and we're just going to go through them. I'm going to show you guys what I bought. I did open all the packages live recently on stream. I've been trying to stream a little bit more, so if you ever see me live, I'm probably opening some packages or doing something Pokemon card related. Make sure to stop in and say hi when you do see that happen. But as always, we have the rejects and we have the 2 grade, and as you can see, the 2 grade pile is massive this time. I did really well. A lot of times I like to get like 60-70% to grade, but I nailed it this time. I think I'm at like 85-90% to grade, so absolutely awesome. Had a fantastic night. It was super long though, because there were a lot of packages, and everyone from Japan, every seller packages things differently, so it is an absolute mess, but it's super fun to go through all of them. Let's go through. I'll show you the rejects first. So I actually bought 10 more of these. If you guys follow the channel, I recently got a perfect 10 of this card, the Pokemon Go Radiant Charizard, and I sold it for like $400, $450, something like that. So I decided I would pick up, I saw a lot of 10 of them, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'll just pick up 10 more and see if we can do it again. So there were 3 of them that were rejects. They had either a little ding here and there, a little whitening, so I knew that they weren't probably going to get a 10 from CGC. So I've been selling these raw. I've already sold 2 of them, so there's just 1 left. 7 of them were good, 3 of them failed. Black and white hollows. I got to be more careful about black and white hollows. It was something that I wanted to try out this time around because I really like some of the artwork on the black and white hollows, and everyone kind of shits on the black and white hollows for some reason, but I actually think they're kind of cool. Some of the artworks are super awesome, but most of the cards that I bought ended up in the reject pile, and I'm not 100% sure why. I'll have to go back through, take a look at the photos, take a look at the cards that I got, and see why some of these showed up in this pile instead of in the grade pile. But as you can see, Infernapes, we had a Blaziken back there, we got some Lucarios. Yeah, like just, you know, these all showed up, 3 in the same lot, and they were all unfortunately not gradable. We had a cool Scizor, a couple Blastoise that didn't make it. I knew that when I purchased this lot that this Garchomp Level X was not going to be gradable, but it'll be a nice little thing to sell raw. I got another Garchomp in the same lot, which is gradable, so I ended up getting the card that I wanted in gradable condition. Got another one of these Saito Blazikens that is unfortunately not gradable. A Krogunk. We got a Weavile. I think that has a dent or a bent corner somewhere, unfortunately. We've got a Swampert. That was the first package I opened, and it was a dud, and I thought it was all downhill from there, but it was all uphill from there, thankfully. And then we have the Dragonite, which is the biggest shame of this particular lot. I was really excited about this one. I think I bought it. It said a little damaged dirty, and I bought it anyway because it looked pretty clean, but getting it in, it's just not to the point where I can grade it. It's got a pretty good ding on the corner, which I think would be considered a dent probably. But now we've got a bunch of cards that came in, and you're probably looking at the top card like, what the heck is that? That's not Pokemon. It's not Pokemon. It's the one card that's not Pokemon. It is from the My Hero Academia tag card game that came out in Japan, and this is a plus ultra rare. So I think there's ultra rares, there's plus ultra rares, and then there's signature cards. This isn't a signature card, even though it kind of looks like it could be. This is just a plus ultra rare, and it was like 20 bucks, and a lot of these are going for a lot more than that. And I saw, you know, it's got Deku and Bakugo, the 2 like main characters of the show, on the card. And I was like, that's a no-brainer for me. I just think it's super cool. I thought I would pick it up. Now, most of these are Diamond and Pearl Hollows. I've been really looking into the Diamond Pearl EX era, those Heart Gold Soul Silver for sure too. Some of the best artworks, I think. Heart Gold Soul Silver is gorgeous. So those are the eras that I've been buying a lot of singles. You can still get singles pretty cheap. They're hard to find mint, but you can get them pretty cheap from buyee. So that's what I've been specking on. We got a couple Platinum Arceus Charizards. I think those are probably between $20 and $30 a piece. We've got this cool Venusaur from Secret Wonders, I think the set is. We have a Blastoise. This is from Black and White. This was one of the ones. I think I had 2 of these. One of them is going in for grading, and this one is chilling for a PSA price decrease. Really like this Umbreon. This one is not in the best shape, but it's Umbreon, so I kind of wanted to send it to PSA eventually, if I don't just full send to CGC at some point. Another black and white Rayquaza. Absolute badass. Another Rayquaza. This is a Rayquaza C. I forget which set this is from, but as you can see, you got Cynthia there. It was kind of like the gym sets, I feel like. I think it's got the C because it's like a Cynthia's Rayquaza. So these sets were super cool, but I forget which one it is. I don't know if it's like Supreme Victors or I'm not sure. It's one of those sets. We have some Giratina cards, some really cool artworks. These are all hollow. This, I think, is the first Giratina card, maybe, unless there's a promo that I'm unaware of. We got a cool Deoxys card. This one has a cool swirl right at the end of his left arm. Kind of cool, almost like he's charging up an attack. We actually had 4 of these Darkrai come in, and I sent 2 of them off for grading for Denver, and 2 of them are staying with me to go to PSA eventually. We've got a Palkia and a Dialga. I believe they're from the exact same set. Obviously, they are the exact same artists, and I think they're Galactic form. That's like the leader of Team Galactic, I believe. So that's pretty cool. And then we have some black and white again, some birds. So I think this is black and white base in Japanese. I think has the birds. So we got Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos. Really cool looking cards showed up. They were pretty minty, so I put them in the graded pile. Now we have some Blaziken. So this is another Blaziken FB. Don't know what FB stands for, but it's a really cool artwork of Blaziken, looking badass. This is Blaziken just has some really great artworks, but this one is fantastic. I really like this artwork a lot. Super minty. And we got this guy here as well. See, what the reason why I've been kind of buying holos from this particular generation in Japanese is because you can get most of them for $10 or less in mint condition if you really, kind of work for them. And to me, that kind of seems crazy, especially since cards like this in English, if they're getting, PSA 9s, PSA 10s, they're selling for multiple hundreds of dollars. So it seems crazy to me that you can buy the same thing in Japanese for like $5. So I don't know. I think it has to do with like a lot of this era is still low pop in English, and I don't know if the pops are going to significantly change at some point, and they won't be a few $100s in English anymore, but we'll have to see. We got an awesome Sceptile here. This, I think, is one of my favorite Sceptile arts. I actually really like that black and white Sceptile as well that we saw earlier. I had 2 of these Typhlosions, one of them sent off for grading. I'm not a huge fan of this artwork, this kind of 3-dimensional 2D whatever is happening here. Not a huge fan. Kano, sorry about that. Not my favorite artwork. We've got a Jirachi. We have another one that is being sent off for grading that has a really nice swirl there. Sent that off to CGC. We'll probably have available in Denver. Same with one of these. I had 2 of these. One of them sent off for grading. Nice Swampert. Probably my absolute favorite for Alligator card. Absolutely badass. Looking like a beast. We got Fukuda with the artwork. Very, very cool. Love that one. And then right after, we've got the Derpy. It's like 2 different styles. It's completely different. Like the badass for Alligator. And then you got like the Derpy for Alligator. It's so crazy how different those 2 artworks are. We got a Meganium, same artwork as this for Alligator here. Is it the same artist? This is Ito. That's Kano. Okay, yeah, so they're different artists, but they kind of have a similar style. Now we have some Infernapes. Infernape is always cool. I really like this artwork a lot from Arita. Pretty sure every Arita card I could say I really like this artwork a lot from Arita. And this is the starter pack, something or other that came out in Japan. It was like I think it had multiple decks, and it had holo versions of the 3 starters from Ruby and Sapphire, no, Diamond and Pearl, in the front as almost like promo cards. And I got all 3 of them, and they were really, really nice. So we got some Empoleons now. Very cool steel type Empoleon. And then we have the Torterra from that starter pack as well. Got another Torterra. Had another one of these that I sent off for grading. We have Garchomp. This is the Garchomp that came with that level X. This one's very minty. The level X was unfortunately not. Got a nice black and white Arcanine from Arita. Like the artwork. Got another Arcanine. I bought, I think there were 3 of these included, and I got them for like $5 for all 3 or something like that. Just absolutely insane to me. But we got a Fukuda, and all 3 of them were gradable. I sent one off to CGC for Denver, and now this is what Heart Gold Soul Silver has. If you love like just super impressive, beautiful artwork, you need to check out Heart Gold Soul Silver. The artworks in Heart Gold Soul Silver, especially with the Pokemon that need the stones, like the evolutions and stuff like that, it's beautiful, the artworks in this set. But this Ninetales is up there as one of my favorite Ninetales for sure. The Delta Species one is super cool too, but that's more of like an abstract artwork. We got some Salamence. So CGC just announced that they are going to be grading Marvel, and I sent in actually a bunch of Marvel cards because I had bought a Marvel collection, essentially some sets very early on. So I sent a few cards from each of the sets just to kind of see, how it goes. There's varying conditions, varying centerings, all that stuff with Marvel. It's completely different. I thought I would send it in and just try it out. I would have some graded Marvel for Denver, which is kind of, Collecticon, Marvel, pretty cool. Should have some interesting stuff, hopefully. There we go. So we just had all 5. I don't know if this is all of the Luxrays from Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, but I love Luxray, so absolutely amazing to get all of these and all of these in gradable condition. Luxray is one of my favorite dog Pokemon. Speaking of dog Pokemon, more dog Pokemon, we have Manectric. Very cool artwork of him. We've got some cards of him from in the Ruby Sapphire stack that I have set aside. We've got a nice Ampharos with a butt swirl. Nice little fart. I sent one of these into CGC. This Kabutops artwork, which is super cool. Kusajima, once again. Being awesome. And then we have another Saito Kabutops. Kabutops is super sick. Gardevoir, as you can tell, I'm sticking with popular Pokemon when I'm buying these holos. Most of the holos, most of these sets have like Seviper and Cradily and like all these other Pokemon too, but I'm just like, I'm going to stick to the most popular Pokemon. And that's something that I've kind of been doing, even if I get, because to me, I look at it and say, would I rather have a Cradily and a Seviper, or would I rather have another Jolteon? And to me, it's like, I'd rather have another Jolteon than a Cradily and a Seviper. So I try to like take, the funds and distribute between like popular Pokemon and stuff, even if it means that I'm picking up doubles. Because if I can get doubles minties of evolutions apart from, kind of B, C, D tier Pokemon, I would rather do that, personally. Got another Gardevoir. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're getting low on this stack. We've got a couple of Raichus coming up now. We've got that Raichu. We've got this Raichu. Very cool. Metagross. I think this Metagross is super low pop. It might not even have a unlimited version of this card graded in a 10 at this point, or at all. There's a reason why I bought this card, and I think it has to do with the pop, but I'd have to look that up again. All right, Cresselia. This came in a lot. Cresselia is not necessarily a Pokemon that I'm looking for, but it is it's a mythical or legendary or whatever, so getting it is not so bad. We have Shaman, and then these also came in a lot. Frostlass. Frostlass is actually a really cool design Pokemon. I actually really like it a lot. It's kind of a shame that it's not more popular. And last but not least, we have a Mothim. This one came in a lot as well. But yeah, that's what I got this time around from Japan. I hope you guys liked the video. I'll be sending a lot of these cards off to grading at some point, probably when PSA lowers their price to either like 10 or 15 bucks. So it might be a year or two before these get sent off for grading. But I did send some stuff off that I bought along with that Marvel stuff off for grading. So I should have a return video coming hopefully in the next month, and then I'll obviously be at Denver Collecticon where a lot of that stuff will be sold. So fingers crossed on the grades. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.